Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is June. I know it's June. It's June the 4th, 2022. And today the topic is no time like the present and no day like today. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope that you all had a great day yesterday. Mine was just fine. Thank you to everybody that tuned in to last night's episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show, where we had a chat with Miss Michaela Juniel. Um, you know, our lovely supporter and the owner of TTC Boutique. If you guys did not get a chance to catch that episode, then you should be able to watch it. It is the feature episode on the website godsexandlove.com. Yeah, man. Catch up with us, man. We got so much content there for you all. We got accountability that's on there, the daily inspiration, the talk show, and who knows what's next, y'all. But yeah, so to God be the glory for all of that. And yeah, thank you for those. Thank you for those that tuned in last night. I woke up this morning around like midnight. It had to be like something after midnight. I did not pay attention to the time. Um, but yeah, I woke up then and I've pretty much been up ever since then. Um, I was having moments talking to my husband and then also just kind of scrolling online, seeing what stuff I missed, everything like that. At some point, I came across Miss Tabitha Brown. I know maybe some of y'all are already familiar with her or whatnot. I'm not totally familiar with her. I've seen her face. I've heard her video or seen some of her videos every now and then, things like that. But I haven't followed her enough to know like her background or like her whole thing. But I gathered bits and pieces here and there. Well, basically, I came across the thing about her fashion line, and I saw how excited she was about it, and I don't know, I just kind of felt me with so much joy. It filled me with so much joy to see, you know, a woman and her be, successful in the things that she has set out to do and everything like that. And so, I was welling up with joy as she welled up with joy and everything like that. And so I ended up watching a few more of her videos after, and one of them was kind of talking about like uh, paying attention to what you have. Um, pay attention, valuing what you have, things like that. And so, um, yeah, so I would say that as well as um, maybe the prayer meditation as well, because yeah, it was focusing on the prison as well. Um, those two things is what led me to the topic for today. If you're curious about yesterday, not too much to report. I mean, I did have some conversations about some possible ventures and whatnot, so that was kind of cool and exciting. And what else? I mean, I spent the day kind of getting rest. I had said to myself that I was going to give myself a mani-pedi yesterday, and I didn't. So I might do that when I get done with this. That'd probably be the best time to do it while little man is asleep. So, because in order to be able to soak my feet in the bubbles and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's one thing. Because yeah, by the time it was his bedtime, which is when I was going to do it, I was tired and I just felt like going to sleep. So that's what happened with that. But anyway, um, yeah, that's pretty much it for yesterday. I mean, being a parent and stuff. There was a moment where, Papa and I had to get on NJ and we was a united front about it. And well, this is something I came across yesterday, but I came across a video of this young woman that was not young woman, she's 8 year old, a young lady, a little girl that was at that shooting in Buffalo. And she was talking about how her dad, they went into the freezer section or whatnot to hide and whatnot, and how she felt safe because he was there, even though, her mother was still in the store and whatnot, and because they had got separated and whatnot. But anyway, um, I guess I share that part to say just how important it is for the mother and the father to be in a child's life. That is just, I mean, that what the little girl said, and then also what I experienced yesterday, with NJ and stuff. Because again, he's not a bad kid. He just, I think he just has, I don't know if it's trouble, or right now I don't think he has a full understanding of consequences and things like that. Like I don't think he has a full understanding of like, um you know we tell you not to do something for your safety. You know what I'm saying? We tell you not to do something to help you and not to hurt you. I know you want to do whatever it is, but and like I said, I guess I saw that in him when he was a baby. Like I would pull him back from the edge of the bed and he would constantly keep trying to crawl to the edge of the bed, things like that. And so he's just that he's still that way. It's just he's bigger. So that's what it is. At some point he's going to understand, right? And I'm hoping that it's sooner than later. But it was nice to have that moment. I know it wasn't, how can I say, it's nice that to reflect back on that moment and know that my husband and I was a united front, and know that what mommy said went and what papa said went, and we could both pour that into him at that moment versus it being just like only me or only him or whatever. Because I already see a difference between like how he responds to me and then how he responds to his papa. So I don't know why I just started going in on that, but yeah, that's something that happened yesterday that I think is very important, especially as parents. So that's something to keep in mind, future parents, or if you're a parent now and whatnot, try to be that united front, mother, father come together and sow into your children's lives. But anywho, so the present, yeah, no time like the present, no day like today. Yeah, both of those topics came into my mind, and so I just decided to put them together because I was like, it's going to be a really long name, but it says everything it needs to say, honestly. But I mean, I could share these verses, just only a few of them that I'm going to share, but these are the verses that stood out to me this morning to share in regards to this. So Psalm 118:24, it says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Um, you know, yeah, again, listening to Miss Tabitha, even, one of the things that I'm noticing about me these days, which I'm thankful for, change and growth and whatnot. I'm not perfect, but I see the difference, right? That I really, really do try to celebrate others, right? I really do try to just look at other people's successes and let that encourage and inspire me rather than look at it and feel envy, or things like that, and so yeah, for example, Miss Tabitha's win felt like my win, the wins that my friends have, they feel like, I feel like it's my win celebrating with them, and I'm grateful in this season. I feel like I'm being surrounded by people that feel the same way. I know, again, if y'all tuned into the episode last night with Michaela, then y'all saw that she is one of those individuals that, she's constantly has celebrated me and my moments, and I'm trying to do the same in return. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be around people, like-minded people like that. So yeah, yeah. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, y'all. This is the day the Lord has made. And there's no day like today, right? I know a lot of times, I told y'all before, a lot of times what I would always do was like focus so much on the future where I would miss the present, right? I wouldn't like, maybe I wouldn't be living those present moments fully. I would always be thinking about future. And don't get me wrong, I'm still thinking about the future. I'm still working towards goals and things like that. But one thing I have been intentional about, especially since the pandemic or in this season over the past few years, one thing I have tried to be intentional about is to celebrate each moment and appreciate each moment and everything like that. So yeah, I am thankful for today. I'm thankful for this moment. I'm thankful for this opportunity to, do things that I love to do, as well as create and hopefully inspire and encourage as well. So let me share another verse with y'all. It's Matthew 6:34. It says, therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. There you go. There you go. There's enough to not say worry about, but there's enough to focus on for today. So why not do that? I mean, I know again we can get worried about things, like just as much as we can be anxious and excited or reaching for the future, we can also be worried about the future, right? We could be like, oh, well, how am I going to do this tomorrow, or what X, Y, and Z? Well, it's like, well, do what you can today. Like that's what I've been focused on, and anybody that has, I've talked to, they're like, man, you do so much X, Y, and Z. But I'm like, well, I just see it. I'm taking daily steps, or I take steps every day. That gets me, it helps me reach certain goals. And I've just seen things coming into fruition from doing that. So yeah, I mean, again, I hope that encourages and inspires you to, we don't have to have the whole thing at one time. Like sometimes, again, it's paced out, right? It's like, okay, I got this piece today, and then eventually, as you gather your pieces of and keep stepping or whatever the case is, you're going to see the bigger picture come together, But I just got one more verse to share, I believe, and that is no, was that it? No, I got one more. Hebrews 3:13. But exhort one another every day, as long as it is called today, that none of you may be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. So yeah, when I read that verse this morning, I had to remind myself of what the word exhort meant, because I just was like, wait, let me make sure I understand. And I'm glad I did look it up. When I looked up the definition for exhort, it says strongly encourage or urge someone to do something. So in this verse, it's telling us to strongly encourage one another every day, as long as it is called today, that none of you may be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. That may be one of the issues that's going on in life, right? This might be the quote, right? We're not out here encouraging one another. Some of us are, I'm not gonna say, all of us aren't, but as the body of Christ, that we should be encouraging one another. But for this reason, and as we, are encouraging and urging and people to do what? Well, I just say to do the will of God, even though that's not here. But as we encourage one another in whatever God is created us to do, right? Then you'll see the result of us not what does it say? Not that none may be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. So sin won't have room to harden us, right? If we are encouraging one another and building one another up and everything like that. So there's a couple more verses and things in the Go Deeper section for you all to peruse and let marinate on your hearts, souls, and minds if you feel led to do. I mean, that is the juice this morning. But the Bible verse of today is Galatians 5:14. It says, for the whole law is fulfilled in one precept: you shall love your neighbors as yourself. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. And there you go, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice this morning. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. I hope that you all are exhorted this morning by these words that, there's no time like the present and no day like today. Yes, I hope that at the end of the day, you are able to, focus on what you have, appreciate what you have, value what you have, And yeah, I mean, that's the juice, y'all. That's the juice this morning. And a couple of other things on my mind, like right before I went live. I don't know if I should say yet. I mean, I don't know if it's something I need to do some more studying on. I tell y'all what. I tell y'all what. How about this? I'll ask y'all the question and I'll let y'all let it marinate. Do y'all think everything should be celebrated? Like everything, though. You know what I'm saying? Like now, which sounds crazy because I know I just said I celebrate every moment. Um, I feel like that's a different conversation. It's a different conversation of what I'm talking about. Like I was wondering, for example, are there holidays for uh things that are morally corrupt or wrong? Um, you know, I was wondering. I mean, I did look up a couple of ideas that came to me, like, is there a holiday for this? Is there a holiday for that? I didn't see it. So I was like, okay. And I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know if there will be holidays for those type of things, but that would be crazy if it was. Um, that would be kind of crazy. Because one of those things I looked up was murder, and I'm like, if there's ever a holiday for murder, then that should be a clear indication that this world is probably almost done. Right? Like, I mean, if it gets that crazy, but who knows, man? With the way things are going, it does seem like things are getting in a place where it's like that. Where it's like, I mean, well, yeah, why not? Let me stop. All right. Y'all can let that marinate and everything like that. But yep, I'm gonna let y'all go. But thank you all so much for listening and watching. I hope that you all again are encouraged and inspired. And I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye bye.